When troubles come and my heart burdened be, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be.
Keep it locked right here on Roots FM 96.1.
I was born strong. I was made for this. See, I met so many hard times when I thought I couldn't make it. See, I've had my trials when my pillows dried my eyes. Then the morning came and my wings took flight. I rise, See, I'm hurting but not broken. Down but I won't die. I rise, Soon I will reach the sky and still I rise. Some say it's a mystery how I still believe that in spite of all I've been through, I could still push the wheel. See, I have a power they can't see with their eyes. It's a little thing called faith that makes broken wings fly. I rise, Though I'm hurting but not broken. Down but I won't die. I rise, Soon I will reach the sky and still I rise. Who can understand when just an ordinary man defies the odds and still fights on to win? I can take it. I can make it. I rise. See, I'm hurting but not broken. Down but I won't die. I rise. Soon I will reach the sky and still I rise. See, I'm hurting but not broken. Down but I won't die. I rise.
Yes, yes, I rise, I rise. Never give up on what you want to do. The person with his dreams are more powerful than one with all the facts. Albert Einstein said those words. Good morning, good morning. It's another beautiful day. Thank you for joining us this This extra abilities on Roots 96.1 FM. Welcome to wherever you are joining us. I am Marcel Williams. Remember, you are live on rootsfmj.com, Roots FM Live, FB Live, YouTube Live, and Dinner Radio. Remember, you can also contact us at 876-574-2910, 876-618-1537, or 876-225-9478. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Extraordinary Abilities. And of course, my host, Sharon Palmer, will be joining us shortly. And also, Adrian. It is another beautiful day. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. It is June 7th. Yes, it's 2023, and we are in the month. We're in a new month. Yes, it is. And also, summer. Happy new month. And also, we have Father's Day coming up next week. Stick and stay with us. We have a
Yes, they can stay with us, Marcy. That was great, Marcy. You got it. Yes, so it's a new month. And of course, we want to say to you, happy new month. And of course, keep staying with us here on Roots 96.1 FM on the Extraordinary Show with the extraordinary people and the extraordinary listeners here on the 96.1 FM. Roots, the root of all things. Roots, all things good, that is. The Roots 96.1 FM. We have a special guest lined up for you today, and you cannot afford to miss this segment of the show. Don't miss any part of it at all, but this segment of the show. It is a rainy day here in Jamaica. And of course, please make sure that you gear yourself up for the weather. The weather report is that, and of course, Marcy is also our weather girl.
Yes,
and the weather report is for us to have continued showers here in Jamaica right into the weekend. So make sure you got all your rain gears, wear no slippers, wear closed shoes,
and your raincoat,
so that you can protect your feet and keep yourself protected. All right, don't play brave and then a few days after you get sick. All right, so it is Extraordinary Abilities. And what do we have lined up next, Marcy?
We have Extraordinary News with Adrian Campbell.
Okay, take it away, Adrian.
Good morning. I'm Adrian Campbell, and this is Extraordinary News. The Jamaica Council for Persons with Disabilities has signed a memorandum of understanding with UNICEF Jamaica, signaling their partnership and commitment to improving the quality of life for people with disabilities and to modernize the social protection system. There is an urgent need for all stakeholders to work together to ensure that no one is left behind, said UNICEF Jamaica representative Olga Isasa at the recent signing ceremony. We must continue to work to advance the fundamental rights and promote the full potential of children in accordance with the SDGs and Jamaica's 2030 development plan, she said. On behalf of the government, Chairman of the JCPD board, Colin Ebanks, welcomed the partnership agreement with UNICEF and declared that it is quite significant on behalf of people with disabilities. Under the agreement, over the next 18 months, UNICEF will accelerate its work with the JCPD to support the needs of the most disadvantaged children through a project oversight committee comprising the government partner UN agencies such as UN Women and the World Food Programme. Speaking on behalf of the EU, Ambassador Marianne Van Steen said the European Union uses this opportunity to reiterate its commitment to raising awareness on the living conditions of persons with disabilities, highlighting the challenges they encounter in everyday life as we assist with providing the tools and resources needed to improve their lives. And that was Extraordinary News.
Adrian, and I think we have that is certainly extraordinary news. UNICEF is a great organization and they are always supporting our children and so on. So we look forward to all of those projects coming on and those improvements. Marcy, you have our
Yes.
Did You Know feature this
Yes,
morning?
yes, I do. I do. Did you know? Did you know that the Abilities Foundation is registered voluntary organization and a community-based training institution with Art Trust NTA that caters to persons with disabilities? And did you know that the foundation establishment in October 5, 1992 was greatly influenced by the lobbying effort of members of the disabled community in Jamaica who recognized the need for a specialized vocational education and training program to serve all types of disabilities? Its existence is a collaborative effort of the Ministry of Labor and Social Security, Heart Trust NTA, and a number of agencies of and for persons with disabilities. Did you know? Until next time, next week again, this is your Did You Know feature.
Okay, thank you, Marcy. Thank you so much for that. I wonder if you knew all of that, but I'm sure we will definitely have more on that because we'll elaborate some more on that. We often hear about the Abilities Foundation. And so, when you hear that story, when you hear the story of the persons, you know that God is in the story of the Abilities Foundation. So let's take a listen to Katie Nicole and Big Daddy Weave.
There's torn up pages in this book, words that tell me I'm no good, chapters that define me for so long. But the hands of grace and endless love dusted off and picked me up, told my heart that hope is never gone. God is in this story. God is in the details, even in the broken parts. He holds my heart. He never fails. When I'm at my weakest, I will trust in Jesus. Always in the highs and lows, the one who goes before me. God is in this story.
So if the storm you're walking through feels like it's too much and you wonder if he even cares at all, well, hold on tight to what you know. He promised he won't let you go. His song of healing's written in his scars.
God is in this story. God is in the details, even in the broken parts. He holds my heart. He never fails. When I'm at my weakest, I will trust in Jesus. Always in the highs and lows, the one who goes before me. God is in this story. If it reads like addiction, if it reads like disease, he's the one who frees the prisoner.
He's the healer of all things.
If it reads like depression, if it reads broken hope,
He's the one who holds your sorrow.
he won't leave you here alone. God is in this story. God is in the details.
Yes, and if you have been a regular listener with us here on Extraordinary Abilities on this program, you would have heard the name Abilities Foundation mentioned so many times on numerous occasions when we have our special guests on. And of course, so many persons whom we have interviewed have been associated with, they have been trained by the Abilities Foundation. And as you would have heard, you know, in Marcia's Did You Know feature, you know, we have had, they are a training institution. And so we will hear a little bit more about this noble institution. We just had to have them come in. We have been trying for so long, and we'd love for them to share this wonderful story about such an institution. When you listen to the graduates from this institution, they are so well equipped and all of that. We have today to share with us Miss Therese Braham. She is the IT instructor at Abilities Foundation. She is the instructor in the Data Operations Department. And Miss Braham, welcome to Extraordinary Abilities, and thank you for joining us today. Welcome.
Good morning, and thank you for having us. It's my pleasure to be with you today.
Yes, thank you so much. Ms. Braham, we're speaking about an institution that has touched the lives of so many individuals with special needs, or, you know, differently abled, as the term is now used. Please, could you tell us a little bit more about the Abilities Foundation?
Okay, the Abilities Foundation is a training institution on Constant Spring. We're right in front of the Constant Spring Police Station. So we're located at 191 Constant Spring Road. We cater to persons with various types of disability. All we ask is that they're registered with the Council for Persons with Disabilities and that they're 17 and over. The skill areas that we have here is furniture making, housekeeping, data operation, otherwise called computer. You have design and decor, where they do soft furnishing, and you also have cosmetology, where they look at makeup and nail care.
Ah, okay. So you have a wide range of training activities there going on. So you have the
housekeeping as well. I forgot to say we have
housekeeping. So could you just repeat that again? You have housekeeping, you have cosmetology,
you have furniture making, you have design and decor, and you have, one of my recent aids. You were supposed to have 5. Let's go again. Sorry about that. Design and decor, housekeeping, furniture making, data operation, otherwise called computer, and we have cosmetology.
Right, because I've heard
time to time we have small projects, because we just finished one with the Canadian Embassy where the ladies were taught how to do backyard farming.
Wow.
So we expose them to various things when we get the partnership to do so.
Okay,
Wow.
great. Sounds great.
Yes.
And all you have to be is 17 years old, registered with the Council for Persons with Disabilities, and you are in. Is there a cost to coming to this institution?
Yes, currently our school fee is 35,000 for the year.
35,000 for the?
We're not hearing you.
Hello?
Yes, we are hearing you now. 35,000 for the?
Yeah.
For the year. Okay. And with the cost of things now, that's pretty reasonable. But you know, some persons will always have a difficulty from time to time. Is there a payment plan throughout the year?
Yes, there is. And there are times too, as an institution, if we really see the need, our managing director always try to reach out to a public sector to write proposal asking to seek help for the students here, because sometimes it's not just the training that they need, but they need other interventions. So she seek help from other institutions as well. We partner with Combined Disabilities sometimes based on the programs that they have. We also work with the Council for Persons with Disabilities, because you know they have certain aids that they can also render. It comes on to persons with disabilities. So we're There are times too we work with Society for the Blind based on the person's disability. So it's just endless.
Great, great, great. I mean, you are really just reiterating all that
Mm-hmm.
we would have heard, but giving us some more about Disabilities Foundation. We have encountered so many persons, we have met so many persons who speak about their training in front office operations, data operations, and all of this here at Abilities Foundation. Moving on to being recommended to go to Heart for the massage therapy and
Mm-hmm.
all of
Yes,
these
Yes.
things.
yes.
Yes,
Some other students have moved on in that area.
yes, yes,
Wow.
yes. And
My
we have heard, yes.
my question to you, Miss Braham, you are a past student at the Abilities Foundation. What was it like for you being a student there?
As I share with anyone, I remember just coming here in 1999, where, yes, I'm coming from Mona High School, but I used to board at the Sir John Golden Center where we focus on physical disabilities.
Mm-hmm.
When I came to abilities, I was exposed to all type of disabilities because here at Abilities Foundation, there is no discrimination as it pertains to your disability. All we
Yes.
ask is that you must have a disability to be a part of our institution. So, and I always tell persons, especially the blind persons I had in my time, they opened my eyes and they also helped me to become well-rounded in my surrounding. What do I mean by this? I remember when I started here, two of my classmates who were past students of school for the blind on
Yes.
Maninzil Road, which is not too far
Yes,
from here, they
yes.
ensured I knew my surrounding. So they pushed my chair and took me down Cassava Peace, showed me the area. They took me up to Manor Park and they made sure I know where the various places are and all of that.
Wow.
And you are sighted and they are blind, right?
Yes. So
And they were taking you around.
More than I did.
I know.
Because they saw that I had I wanted to know more. They
Yes.
ensured that when class was over, we had lunchtime, because at that time we
Yes.
could go out on the road at lunchtime. They ensured I knew where these places were. So in case I wanted something, I knew where to go and get it.
Amazing,
Wow,
amazing.
yes,
Yes.
You are now the instructor for Data Operations Department. What made you return to the institution to teach?
To be honest, God has been good because I didn't leave. 2 weeks or so before graduating, I sat down and I said, but we're encouraged to send out letters. I need to send out mine. So I sat in the very classroom that I was trained in and I did my letter up. I printed it. And of course, one was addressed to Abilities Foundation and 3 other entities. So I rolled myself up to the office and handed it in to the receptionist at that time. Only
Yes.
lucky that I know God was in the midst because they were just about to advertise for a clerical assistant. And that is where I started from.
Okay,
Wow.
So
great.
immediately after graduation, I started working. So I graduated the Thursday and I started working on the Monday.
Wow.
Yes. So you graduated the Thursday and started working the Monday. Amazing. That is good. As you say, God was in the midst. And as we spoke, as the song said earlier, God is in the details, right?
God is in-
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So you are a past student and an instructor
Yes.
You're diagnosed with cerebral palsy. One would think that
Yes.
having no, cerebral palsy, that would limit, if not prevent you from functioning in this capacity. Tell us,
And
why
it does
is this
limit
possible for you?
It does limit you to a point because cerebral palsy, just like any other disability, it comes in 3 phases. You have the mild, moderate, and the severe. Luckily for me, I have the mild. So although my limbs are affected, it's not severe because you have persons with cerebral palsy who is not able to talk as I am. They will communicate, but they have to use gestures or just squinting or stuff like that. So again, I am grateful that I am able to even express myself the way I'm doing now and to give back to my own community. And that is why I feel comfortable giving back. Because if you check it, I'm here for about 22 years now. And it is a joy for me to really give back. And it's a success story for me when I see my students going out there and just blossoming and blooming, because we all have something to contribute to society. So for me, the big thanks is when you know you got somebody who didn't really believe in themselves or didn't just see how it was going to happen, and then they are able to step out and to do so good. It does bring some joy to you. And even when I'm down, these are the things I use to motivate myself.
Yes, yes, indeed. And the data operations program seems to be a very popular one at Abilities. Why is this so?
Because again, persons love computer, and that's where technology is going. And it's my dream too that we can get to the point where we can even expand it some more, where we can do web page design. We can move into the whole thing about technology, because we are not yet at the place where we want to be. There's many more things that persons will want to see happening. And even if we can teach some of these students programming and stuff, because that's the way the world is going, but we have to learn to give thanks. Because I remember when I was a student here, things we're able to do now and offer to the students now in the degree that we're able to, where, as I said, there are times when we write small projects through our manager and expose them to other things, then it helps them to be more rounded, and it just helps to build their self-esteem. So each year we keep growing and expanding, and I look forward to the day when all areas are just expanded to the way where maybe we can't hold here at 191 anymore, but we'll have to look a new home. But we're just
Indeed.
trusting God, because He has been faithful to us.
Great,
That's right,
great,
that's
great.
right,
That
that's
is so good. And you are confined. You are confined to a chair, right?
Yes, I am.
Yes, yes, but you are able to do all the other things that allows you to assist in the empowerment of others. That is so good, and I hope this forms a basis for inspiration today for someone who is they may be discouraged and all of that, that they know that they just have to have the will. It is now time for a break. You are listening to Extraordinary Abilities, and we'll be right back.
They knock me down, I get up again. I am the champion. You don't know my name, you can't hurt me now. I can't feel the pain. I was made for this, yeah, I was born to win. I am the champion.
Suffer from chronic kidney disease? Did you know that hypertension and diabetes are major contributor factors? For all your dialysis needs, in a modern, comfortable facility, in-house lab service nephrologist, qualified and friendly technicians, visit us at 53 Malines Road or call us at 876-613-9813. WhatsApp us at 876-485-0073, where we not only treat, we educate you about your condition. Crown Dialysis Center, where your care and comfort is our priority.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. All carry-on items should now be stowed securely, either in an overhead bin or under the seat in front of you.
Join me, Sugar Wayne Watkins, every Friday afternoon, 2 p.m. until 5:30 p.m. for The Flight. Coming through the airwaves of Roots 96.1 FM. The Flight is a musical journey with features and information. That's The Flight, Fridays, 2 p.m. until 5:30 p.m. with your host, Sugar Wayne Watkins, on Roots 96.1 FM, the voice of the inner city.
You're listening to Roots 96.1 FM, owned and operated by the Mustard Seed Communities, giving voice to the voiceless.
My whole life,
Welcome back. You are listening to Roots 96.1 FM. We are speaking with Miss Teresa Braham of Abilities Foundation.
Yes, welcome back, welcome back. And of course, you would have heard we're speaking with Miss Therese Braham. Miss Braham, what are some of the other, well, you spoke about some of the other programs that, were offered at Abilities Foundation, but after they would have completed the program, how do they transition? How does the organization assist with the transitioning? Because one of the challenges that persons with special needs have is to transition into the world of work. Is there any special programs or any special, project and so on that has assisted?
Okay, before I go to what we do to ensure they get into the world of work, it's not just the skill areas, but they're given support subjects such as remedial English, they do remedial maths, you have guidance and counseling, you have job coaching. We do things to ensure that they understand what is entailed going into the workplace. And we also have professional development days that we do so they know how to dress for an interview, how to answer questions, all of that.
So-
because remember, not all persons are exposed to such things. So we have to ensure that we be the eyes and the ears, knowing what is happening out there and
Yes.
expose them to it before they get out there.
So you train
And as
them.
a potential thing that in jobs, we collaborate with Heart Trust and also our counsel liaise with anyone that she knows. She calls workplaces, see how she can meet with them. She goes out and she has presentation to see how best to get persons into the various institutions or establishments so they can work.
Okay. So, let's go back a little bit to how they are managed. In terms of you have students with diverse needs.
Disabilities, yes.
Yes. How is the classroom managed to accommodate all of these needs?
To be honest, what we do with the strategic plan that we have here, and they're always trying to expand on it, seeing the need that is there, we always have workshops, you have persons coming in to do short courses. We are encouraged to enroll in the various things to ensure that we are equipped to deal with our students. Here at Abilities, they have a teacher who does English, but she also does sign language interpreting. So it all depends. We are stretched wide just to ensure that we cater to the needs of our students. There are room for improvements, and if funding is there, yes, we need additional personnel, but we're trying to do our best until the door opens where we can expand to the level that we want to.
Great. So, who's your director? Your manager?
Our director is Susan Hamilton.
Okay, so we want to say a special good morning to Ms. Hamilton this morning. Ms. Susan Hamilton, Manager Director of the Abilities Foundation. What is the makeup of the staff complement there? How much staff you have?
Currently, when we count everyone together, ancillaries, administrative, everyone, we have roughly 23 staff members.
Wow.
And
each skill area outside of
Go ahead.
skill area outside of cosmetology has 2 personnels working in it. So in data operations, you have an instructor and assistant instructor. For housekeeping, you have an instructor and assistant instructor. Furniture making, the same, an assistant instructor and a instructor. For design and decor, you only have an instructor. We have a guidance counselor. As I said before, we have the person who teaches remedial English and does sign language and interpreting. You also have the remedial maths teacher, and you have our program coordinator.
Okay.
And then you have the admin staff.
Okay, great. And when you speak about, you have all the instructors and so on, and it's very good that you have someone, you know, for the sign language and all of that, because that is usually sometimes a major barrier, you know, in various institutions. But what is the success rate for employment for the students? Do they usually get employed readily with all of the efforts that you have made? Or you know, or is there a
To be
challenge
honest,
with that
sometimes it
still?
fluctuates. It all depends, and especially since COVID, it has
Yes.
not been at the rate that it has that we want it to be or to maintain where we were. But we're still hopeful that we're getting back on our feet where that is concerned. So we're expecting it to go up. And the truth is, sometimes they don't necessarily go in the skill that they're trained in, but they
Ah.
all venture out into various areas as well.
Okay, okay. So they are taught also to be flexible, because
Yes,
of
they are.
course if they don't get into the area, they can do, you know, other
No other.
areas. Great, great.
Yes.
That is so good. What is the greatest challenge though that you face at Abilities at this time?
To be honest, funding and resources. Because sometimes we see the need, but we honestly can't fill the gap that we want to. And yes, we write proposals, we plead to public sectors, we don't speak to anyone. But sometimes the need is so great that it cannot be filled immediately, but we don't lose hope because we know that one day it will, because I've seen where Abilities has grown for the time that I've been here. Even as I say that, I am now reflecting. I remember in my time we didn't have a competition such as Mr. and Mrs. Abilities, and for the first time we're introducing it now. So we're
Nice.
allowing the students to bring out their various skills, their own thing where they're going to be doing their talent piece and stuff like that. So we're asking them to bring out other. So we're bringing out other aspects that the students have. So we're not just focusing now on skills alone. So we're trying to make them truly rounded. And before, previously, we entered things like JCDC, where we won competition. We haven't done it since COVID and all of that. And when we did, we came out with trophies as well. So it's no limit to what we can do. And we're just trying to tap into all the areas that we can to show persons that persons with disabilities do matter, and we're true contributors of society. Because one, our motto here says opportunity, not charity. And we're here to give them a voice. And if we can't be that voice for them, then we're going to be lost. So that's part of the reason why I continue to be here, because I want to show persons that we do have a voice.
Amen. Yes, I love that. Opportunities, not challenges. And
Charity, not
yes,
charity.
indeed. Yes, and very, very, very good. And certainly you have been doing a great job of preparing the students for the world of work, for empowering them, for ensuring, you know, that they have a voice. And we have heard those voices so often. They speak so eloquently about, you know, their training and how they have that confidence. And we're always saying we need to speak with Abilities Foundation. It has happened today, and we really want to commend you, to commend the staff, Ms. Hamilton, and you know, all of you there for the great job that you have been doing. And we just pray for you that sometime soon in the near future you will get the kind of funding that you need to improve on the services and the training that you offer. And you know, just to ensure that our persons who are differently abled are now given the opportunity to shine and to make their meaningful contribution in our society. Ms. Therese Braham of the Abilities Foundation, instructor in the Data Operations Department, and we have met so many persons who have been in under your tutelage, and we really want to thank you for being our special guest this morning. And do you have any parting words?
Okay, I would like to say firstly, thank you for this opportunity, because we can't say it enough. And once we're given the challenge to say it and to encourage someone, because I really hope I inspired someone to get up and to move, not just with a disability, because sometimes we're down and we just need that voice to say, get up, you can make it. So I hope I did that for someone this morning, and I trust that someone with disability will realize that they have value and they just need to find out what that value is and to tap into it. And if it's all possible, I'd like persons to come in on the 23rd of this month and to really experience with us our first showing of, as I said, Mr. and Miss Abilities, to see the talent that is here and to even come in and see how is it they can help us to expand our territory, because our dream is to reach the 14 parishes of this country, to let persons know that persons with disability can attain skill and make a difference in society.
Great. Well said. Thank you. And you have heard it out there. And wherever and whenever and however you can give the support to the Abilities Foundation, please do so. They're right there on Constant Spring Road, right across from the Constant Spring Police Station. You can't miss it. And so it's on your left-hand side going up to Manor Park. So you can't miss it at all. Look out for them. Visit them. See what you can do, how you can assist, because they are doing a great job in empowering those who are most worthy. Thank you so much for joining us, and we look forward to our continued partnership and look forward to having you again. Remember, school is out now, but in a couple of months, school will be back in, you know? And so think about a career, think about empowering yourself come September. You know, get ready, get on board and contact the Abilities Foundation. They're right there. And what's your number in case someone wants to?
969-5720, or they can send us an email at abilitiesfoundation@yahoo.com.
Okay, great. There you have it. Thank you once again, and please give our regards to the your colleague staff members and to all our students there at Abilities. Thank you so much.
And thank you for this opportunity for making Jamaica know that we're here and the impact we're making.
Great. It has been our pleasure, and we look forward to doing that again with you sometime in the future. Okay.
Yes. I want to thank you, Mr. Reese Braham, for sharing with us this morning. This information was good and the conversation was great. We do appreciate your presence here today. Thanks to our listeners, viewers, for stopping by this morning. Thanks to you, our listeners, viewers. Keep it locked to Roots 96.1 FM. Thanks for tuning in today. We couldn't have done it without you. See you next week, and tell a friend to tune in also. Thanks to Roots FM team, our engineers Owen Brown, and also Father Lucas. And up next, Wellness Wednesday with Denise Isis Miller. And I'll leave you with my quote today is, wisdom is the most precious gift one can have. Always desire to grow in knowledge, because it will never leave your side. Anonymous. Remember to live extraordinary and make someone's life extraordinary.
So we encourage you right now to go light your world. Extraordinary Abilities. Abilities Foundation is lighting their world. Will you light your world today? Kathy Turcoli will take us out. Have a great one.
Some brightly burning, some dark and cold. There is a spirit who brings a fire, ignites a candle, and makes his home. So carry your candle, run to the darkness, seek out the hopeless, confused and torn, and hold out your candle for all to see it. Take your candle and go light your world. Take your candle
light his own candle some other way. See now your sister, she's been robbed and lied to, still holds a candle without a flame. So carry your candle, run to the darkness, seek out the lonely, the tired and worn. Hold out your candle for all to see, and take your candle and go light your world. Take your candle and go light your world. 'Cause we are a family whose hearts are blazing. So let's raise our candles and light up the sky, praying to our Father in the name of Jesus. Make us a beacon in darkest times. So carry your candle, run to the darkness, seek out the helpless, deceive and poor. Hold out your candle for all to see. Take your candle and go light your world. Carry your candle, run to the dark, seek out the hopeless, confused and torn. Hold out your candle for all to see. Take your candle and go light your world. Take your candle and go light your world.
I'll be the last one standing, two hands in the air, I'm a champion. You'll be looking up at me when it's over. I live for the battle, I'm a soldier. Yeah, I'm a fighter like Rocky. Put your flag on your back like Ali. Yeah, I'm the greatest, I'm stronger. Bet my dues, can't lose, I'ma own ya. Hey, I've been working my whole life.
Keep it locked right here on Roots FM 96.1.
I'll be the last one standing, two hands in the air, I'm a champion. You'll be looking up at me when it's over. I live for the battle, I'm a soldier. Yeah, I'm a fighter like Rocky. Put your flag on your back like Ali. Yeah, I'm the greatest, I'm stronger. Bet my dues, can't lose, I'ma own ya. Hey, I've been working my whole life, and now it's do or die. I am invincible.
The C is for the courage I possess through the drama. H is for the hurt, but it's all for the honor. A is for my attitude, working through the patience. Money comes and goes, the M is for motivation. Gotta stay consistent, the P is to persevere. The I is for integrity, innovative career. The O is optimistic, open and never shut. And the N is necessary, cause I'm never giving up. See, they ask me how I did it, I just did it from the heart. Crushing the competition, been doing it from the start. They say that every champion is all about his principles. Carry.